In November 1932, the Australian military deployed soldiers, trucks, and 10,000 rounds of machine gun ammunition against an enemy that had invaded the west of the country. The enemy was birds. 20,000 emus. Flightless, curious, and roughly the size of a door.
1 month later, the army withdrew. Defeated. This is the Great Emu War, the most ridiculous conflict in military history, and I promise you every word of it is true. Stay to the end for the official government casualty report, because it reads like satire. The real story starts with broken promises. After World War I, Australia handed veterans cheap land in Western Australia to farm wheat. The land was marginal. The Great Depression crushed wheat prices, and by 1932 the farmers were desperate. And then came the emus. Every year after breeding season, huge flocks migrate toward the coast. That year, 20,000 of them discovered something wonderful: freshly cleared farmland, full of wheat and water. They ate the crops. Worse, they smashed the rabbit fences, letting thousands of rabbits pour in behind them. The veterans, many of them machine gunners in the war, asked the government for machine guns. And the Minister of Defense said yes. Command of the operation went to Major GPW Meredith of the Royal Australian Artillery, with 2 soldiers, 2 Lewis machine guns, and 10,000 rounds. A newsreel cameraman came along, expecting an easy, cinematic victory. November 2nd. First contact, about 50 emus. The soldiers set up their gun, opened fire from long range. And the birds simply scattered into small groups and sprinted away. Total confirmed kills, a handful. Days later came the ambush plan. 1,000 emus were spotted heading for a dam. The gunners waited until they were at point-blank range. The gun jammed after 12 shots. The emus vanished. All of them. And now the war turned strange. Meredith reported, with apparent seriousness, that the emus had developed tactics. Each flock, he said, seemed to have a lookout, a tall bird standing sentry while the others fed, warning them the moment the trucks approached. The soldiers mounted a machine gun on a moving truck to chase them. The emus outran the truck. The terrain was so rough the gunner could not hit anything anyway. He mostly held on for his life. Meredith later said the emus could take absurd amounts of damage and keep running, and compared their maneuvering to tribal war tactics. His men, hardened soldiers, were being humiliated by poultry. After about a week, the story hit the newspapers, and Australia became a global joke. In Parliament, a member asked if a medal would be struck for the war. Another replied that any medal should go to the emus, who had won every round. Here is the tally I promised. Ammunition spent, around 10,000 rounds. Emus killed, perhaps 1,000, likely fewer. Emus remaining, essentially all of them. Human casualties, 0, unless you count national pride. The military was withdrawn in December. The official report contained a line for the ages. The Emu Command had apparently ordered guerrilla tactics, and its army remained in the field. And yes, there was a second campaign. After the first withdrawal, the farmers' complaints grew so loud that Meredith was sent back within weeks. The sequel went slightly better on paper and changed nothing on the ground. When the farmers requested military help again in 1934, and again in the 40s, Canberra's answer was a flat, permanent no. Somewhere in the files of the Australian government, there is effectively a policy that reads, "We do not go to war with emus anymore." The epilogue is quietly sensible. The government abandoned machine guns and switched to what actually works: a bounty system for local hunters and eventually hundreds of kilometers of emu-proof fencing. And the emu? It survived everything, and today it stands proudly on Australia's coat of arms, next to the kangaroo. The country literally carries the image of the enemy that defeated it. The Great Emu War is funny, but it hides a real lesson. Overwhelming force means nothing when the problem is the wrong shape for it.
Sometimes the fence beats the machine gun. If you enjoy history that sounds fake but is completely documented, subscribe. There are many more where this came from, and the next one is even harder to believe.